That's Mandela? No, it isn't. Very, very nice background.
I don't know if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, great. So, today is Wednesday, the 26th. No, the 25th, and today we're having classes with section 2, and it's a lovely day. So, we're going to start today's session by playing a game. And I don't know about you, but at least I grew up watching Disney movies, and I am very into these type of movies as well. Therefore, for today's lesson, I have a Guess the Character Disney edition. And you will be given a set of images, and you have to a set of images in which you are going to have famous characters. But the trick is that the images are going to be zoomed or pixelated, so it's going to be a little bit hard for you to identify the characters. So this is the first one. Who this character might be?
La sirenita.
Who may be this character? That's the Little Mermaid. Let's see. That's right. It was a Little Mermaid. Now, this is the second image. Mickey Mouse indeed. This is the third image. Do you know who she is? I am giving you a hint. It is a woman.
I know who is. But not in English.
It's okay. You can say the name in Spanish.
Valiente.
She is a character for Valiente. Okay. In English, that movie title is Brave. By the way, can you think about her name? It starts with M.
Maria?
Yes, that's correct. It was Merida. Now, this is the next image. It's okay if you don't know the name in English, by the way. It's red. It's a Disney character.
Is it Rayo McQueen?
That's right. It's Lightning McQueen. Yes, that's the name. I was thinking, is that the name? Yes, it is Lightning McQueen, like a lightning rayo. And this is the last image. Stitch? From what movie? That's right. It is a Stitch from Lilo and Stitch. There it is. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I love this movie. And I love this character. So in today's agenda, we are going to have a practical activity. We're going to practice the features of connected speech we have seen so far. Then we're going to move on to yacht coalescence. Then we're going to have the 10-minute break. And finally, we are going to work on the second hour in juncture. So this is the first activity we're going to do before we move on to the content. And it says, analyze the following utterances, identifying all the possible features of connected speech. And as you can see there, we have 3 sentences. And you are going to have, I think, 10 minutes. Yes, 10 minutes. To read the statements and identify the possible features of connected speech that might be present in these sentences. So if you have any questions, just let me know. And because you are, and also because you are only three, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 3 of you, maybe you can, if you want, you can do this together and you can speak out loud the possible features. I don't know what you prefer. Do you want to work by yourself or do you want to work as a team?
I would like to do it by the run, like as we go.
By your own? Okay. Go ahead then.
Okay. I don't know if they agree.
You agree with yourself. So if you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay, so so for example, in brother in, we can have a linking R.
Yes.
That's why we have to do it?
Yes. You have to identify, you can have a, wait. You can have, for instance, assimilation. You can have linking, and you can have illusion. You can have, for example, linking R and linking wa and linking ja. But you can also have intrusive R, or if you prefer to call these and not these other two ones intrusive wa or intrusive ja, you can also do so, because sometimes, I mean all the times, they are not present there, and they are more of an intrusive character. I mean an intrusive feature than a linking feature, that at the end of the day it is linking the elements, but that's why you can call them that. In assimilation, you can have progressive or regressive.
In the first sentence, I can see like a linking R and an intrusive R, like my brother in and Loris, or not.
Okay, so if you can see that, maybe you can write the sentence down, and then when we check, you can tell me what you find, okay?
Okay.
So it's time to check now. Cristobal, do you want to help me with number 1?
I just couldn't find that the linking R and the intrusive R.
You only found those 2? And what about the rest? Would you be able to find another feature? No? What if I say, my brother-in-law is a good photographer? Focus on good photographer. Good photographer. I'm sorry, Amaya, what?
I connect with I connect the word good and photography, but I was not sure about
What feature is? I don't know if you can remember, but when a word ends with the and it's followed by and if I'm not the changes into another phoneme. Do you remember what that phoneme was?
But
That's correct.
But the sound of photographer is a F or a.
I'm sorry?
The first sound of photographer is it's like a F. So there's no P. I mean P M or a P.
I see what you mean. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's an my bad. So with that being said, we are going to move on to exercise number 2. Amaya, can you help me with this one, please? Amaya? María Fernanda?
Yes.
Can you help me with exercise number 1?
Okay.
Well, I mean number 2.
Okay. I found a lesion of D, and when it says friend last, and friend and last.
Okay. So
And
here.
yes, and I found a lesion of T and last night.
Okay. Those 2?
Yes, I don't know, but maybe I saw a film, but I don't know, maybe I don't know.
Well, listen to me. I saw a film with my friend last night.
Oh, there is an intrusive error.
That's right, we have an intrusive R here. And now, thank you very much for the last exercise. Amaya, can you speak?
Oh yeah, I can speak, but in the last one I only have a few because I wasn't sure.
It's okay. Which ones do you have?
I don't know. Well, I don't know what was, but I connect owner of the owner of because
Okay. Yeah, because go ahead.
yeah, because when I speak the sentence, the it was not owner, it was owner of the new Italian restaurant.
Okay.
And I don't know if if I saying wrong. I don't know. Means I am probably
It's correct. It's correct. There is a feature of connected speech in that part. You're correct.
sorry.
Do you have another one?
If I'm not mistaken, there's an illusion of schwa in the word restaurant.
Okay, so how it is pronounced?
Restaurant.
That's right.
And in the same word, I guess we have an illusion of T. I mean, the last sound.
You can make an illusion there. Restaurant has, but oh no, or you cannot. Nope. The following, if I'm not mistaken, you can have an illusion of a final consonant when the following word begins with a voiced letter, if I'm not mistaken. Restaurant. Restaurant. I think we do pronounce the T, but it's very subtle when we say restaurant. 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 At least I've never heard the word restaurant without a final T sound. But we have an illusion. If I'm not, yes, we do. That was illusion. But we have more features. Can you think about more features?
Assimilation.
Where? In which? Where?
Within the word dogs.
So here, which type of assimilation?
Progressive.
That's correct. We have progressive assimilation here. And can you find another one? We still have, I think, one more left. Two, actually.
In all the sentences or in that one?
In the last sentence.
Oh.
Maybe in blue eyes could be like a linking. Oh, I forgot, but it's like blue eyes.
Blue eyes. We have, remember, linking R. So in that case, linking R, it is not possible. We have linking wa and linking ja. So
Yeah,
which type of link?
linking what?
That's correct. And this one, the first one, the owner of. Which type of linking was?
The E, that one.
I'm sorry, what? Linking R, linking wa, or linking ja?
Linking ja.
Yes.
The owner.
The owner.
Is it like the owner or not?
Oh, good question. No, I was talking about this part, the owner of. The apples we have because of the vowel. You. So it's the. Yes, that's correct. This is a W, and this one is a linking. The owner of. Is it a linking R, a linking wa, or a linking ja? Owner of. Because if I say owner, and then I say owner of, which type of linking? Exactly. And I'm going to give you a hint. This is the last feature I could find. If we think that the word new is transcribed as, I mean, like this. Oops. New. And the following word is Italian. We have a type of link in there.
A link in what?
A link in what as well, because we say the owner of the new Italian. New Italian. So the whole sentence was the owner of the new Italian restaurant has two dogs with blue eyes. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 there. So that was interesting. Now we are going to, by the way, if you have any questions, just ask them. Now we're going to move on to the second element of this hour, which was assimilation. And as you can remember, assimilation is when one sound influences each other, or one becomes similar to its neighboring sound. And we can find progressive assimilation, which was when the first sound influenced the second one, like up and about. In the case of "and", we elide the schwa sound and the "n" sound. I mean the schwa and the d sound at the end. So we have only the "n" remaining, and when the p is followed by "n", it becomes "m". So we have up and about. So that's a case of a progressive assimilation. We also have regressive assimilation, that is when the following sound has an effect on a preceding one. Like in the case of a bad person, it's released as a bad person because the last D changes to B in order to prepare itself for the following sound, which is P. The same happens with a sad break and a good man. They the final D and the final Ds are assimilated. And now we are going to move on to the third type of assimilation that I remember I already talked a little bit about, which was coalescence. In this case, it's yod coalescence, and it's the same. Basically, it only changes the name. Some people call it a mutual coalescence as well. And I remember last time we didn't practice this type of assimilation, so now we're going to do so. We're going to practice it, and I am going to read the first paragraph. That says, Yod is the name of the smallest letter in the Hebrew alphabet, and it stands for the vowel E or the semi-vowel J. Amaya, can you read the second paragraph, please?
All right, give me a second. In English phonetics, yod coalescence is a form of assimilation, a phoneme that takes place when J is processed by certain consonants, most commonly T and D.
Thank you very much. So when we have T and D, and it's followed by, and they are followed by J, that is a palatal consonant, we are going to have those two sounds. Those two sounds are going to influence each other. And in the case of T and Z, that were alveolar sounds, they are going to change into the palatal alveolar voiceless, that it's ch, and the voiced sounds, that is j. Whoops. So what do I mean by this? Here we have some examples. It says both sounds influence each other and meet a point in between regarding pronunciation. As you can see, when we have two that's followed by j, they become ch. So we have, for examples, put your shoes on, put your shoes on. Instead of saying put your shoes on, we say put your shoes on. And in the case of when z by j followed by j, becomes je. So we have, instead of saying, did you notice? We have, did you notice? Did you, instead of did you, did you. So, did you notice? Cristobal, can you pronounce the two examples, please?
I will try. Like, put your shoes on. Did you notice?
Yes. Thank you very much. Now we have more examples. And the first one is, instead of saying what you did, but I mean what you need, we say what you need, what you need. And instead of saying last year, or last year, we say last year, last year. Maria Fernanda, can you pronounce those two examples, please?
Okay. What you need last year.
The second one with the more of a should.
Okay.
Last year.
Okay.
Last year.
Last year. Last year.
Yes. Thank you very much. Now, another example of de when it's followed by je and it becomes je. Could be, instead of saying could you help me, it becomes could you help me? Could you help me? And instead of saying would you work, we have would you work? Would you work? So, Amaya, can you pronounce these two examples, please?
All right. Could you help me? Would you work?
So, yes, could you help me and would you work? Now, we have we are going to continue with this, and after this we are going to watch a video. But first you need to remember that this is mostly found in colloquial speech, and it can occur just with the other types of assimilation within words and between word boundaries. So for example, in the word tube, do you know what tube is? Do you know what British people call the tube, by the way?
The subway?
Yes, that's correct. They call our metro, for them, is the tube. So an example of assimilation, thank you very much, Cristobal, assimilation within the same word could be that one, because instead of saying tube, they say tube. And within boundaries, an example like the previous one we already saw, what you need or last year. So now we are going to watch a video. And please let me know if you cannot listen to it.
No.
Can you listen?
No sound.
No?
No, ma'am.
Okay. What about now? Could you listen to the video?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tim, and this is my pronunciation workshop. Here, I'm going to show you how English is really spoken. Come on, let's go inside. When you meet someone for the first time, there are several things you can say. If you want to be formal, you could say, well, how do you do? But there is another less formal expression. Do you know what it is? Let's meet some of the people of London.
It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Well, it's nice to meet you too. Now the word meet ends in the sound t, and the word you begins with yeah, don't they? Or do they? Listen again. What can you actually hear when these two sounds come together?
It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
In fluent speech, when one word ends in a t sound and the next begins with a y sound, like you or yours, then the two sounds come together and change to ch. So meet you becomes meet you. This is an example of assimilation. Now, you might remember that in a previous video, I mentioned that the t sound can disappear in between two consonants. Well, this can still happen if the next word is you or your, but it's more usual for the t to change to ch in this case. Here are some more examples.
That shirt won't suit you.
Don't you want to come to the party?
I bet your boss doesn't know.
Can I get you anything?
Right, so you've heard the examples, and now it's your turn. Are you ready to start? Listen and repeat.
That shirt won't suit you.
Don't you want to come to the party?
I bet your boss doesn't know.
Can I get you anything?
Well done. Now remember, if you want to learn more about pronunciation, then please visit our website, bbclearningenglish.com. And that is about it from the pronunciation workshop for this week. I'll see you soon. Bye bye. Ugh, that is not right. Hello?
Hello, is that Tim? It's Tom.
Oh, hi Tom. Yeah, it's Tim.
So, did you enjoy your tea?
No, it was disgusting.
Ah, that's because I put salt in instead of sugar. Gotcha!
Why, you little... I'm gonna get you. I have a very particular set of skills. Skills that make me a nightmare for someone like you. I will hunt you down. I will find you. And I will put shaving cream on your pillow. Brothers, hey? Well, I guess that goes to show you can't always get what you want. Now, time to start plotting my revenge. Idiot.
So that was the video. And what's it? And now you have on the screen what I will call a monologue of Liam Neeson in The Word Taken. I don't know if you have seen this movie or not, but it was a very famous movie that actually had like and also because of the time. And I am going to give you a hint. In lines number 1 and 8, there is a case of yacht coalescence. So I want you to tell me where that line is, if you can find it. I mean, what those words are.
What do you?
I'm sorry?
I don't know what you want.
Okay,
In the
so
line.
in the first line, right?
Yeah.
So watching. So here we have an example of Yotko lesson. And the other one is on the last line.
Could it be find you?
Find you. So how would it be pronounced?
Find you?
Find you. That's correct. So those were the two cases in which we have this linking feature. Now we are going to move on to the practice, and I think we are going to check this after the break, if that's okay with you, because of the time.
Miss, the moment that I left the class.
I was because we still have 2 minutes left. I was thinking that you could perhaps write down the exercises and do them by yourself.
Okay.
If that's okay with you, if you still have some minutes left before you leave.
Okay.
Thank you. So it says, identify the places where Yotko lessons may occur in the following sentences. So you have 5 sentences, and you have these, I will say, following 3 minutes per minute, and we're going to check after the break. There's going to be a 10-minute break.
Can I do one before I go?
Do you want to do the first one?
Okay.
Okay, so where is Yotko lesson?
What you?
What you? Okay, here. And do we have another one?
No.
No? Are you sure about that?
Good job. Yeah, good job. Good job.
Good job. Good job, Cristobal. You may leave now.
Bye-bye, teacher and miss.
Goodbye. Good luck in your
Thank
doctor's appointment.
Bye.
Bye. So Maria Fernanda and Amaya, you have now number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And I think it's better if I give you the 10 minutes now. So yes, that's what we are going to do. You're going to have 5 minutes, and I'm going to give you the 10 minutes of the break. So we are going to come back at 9:45. Is that okay with you? Yes, miss. Yes, I am going to be here anyways in case you have any questions. So I'll see you after the break. I am going to write in the... So at 9:40.